and gentlemen, will you join me, please, in welcoming
Speedy Crack. Speedy Crack.
This is the Come Up Show that Feel Good Music Lives, Real Recognize Real. It's your boy Cheddar. I'm here at the London Music Hall Lounge. Tonight's going down in a big way. Soundmind's Two Crown King and my man Scratch from The Roots is the main headliner today. And I'm going to have the interview with Scratch exclusively on the Come Up Show where that Feel Good Music Lives, Real Recognize Real.
I set the stage on fire, and I don't think you wanna come close. I'm P Crack, I hold dumb toes. Rock like FAM, my nigga Scratch flow. And make the drum smoke. How about I'm internationally known and locally admired?
This is the Come Up Show where that Feel Good Music Lives, Real Recognize Real with me right here, right now. Coming through London, Ontario, exclusively with the ComeUpShow.com, a Grammy award-winning artist. He shared the stages with people like Usher, Ludacris, Jay-Z, James Brown, a world-famous beatboxer. Please introduce yourself, sir.
My name is the Scratch the Invisible 1 and 2's the beatbox expert.
A 1, 2, a 1, 2, here we go. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, here we go. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, here we go. I'm rolling in the club with the M, the U, the S, the I, the Q, from city of Philly.
Hey girl with the beautiful smile, yo, is it cool if I...
Certain artists, musicians, whatever, they to warm up their voice, they gotta, they have their certain traditions, customs, whatever. You're obviously a beatboxer, your voice is your tool, that's what you have. Do you gotta do certain things before a show or what?
Not necessarily, like mainly I would just maybe hum just to loosen up the chords, but that's it. No do la fa si do stuff, you know what I mean? It's just I pull more energy for when I get on stage.
There's an online debate that people are having, the 5 elements of hip hop. The 5th one is what people were arguing about. And first of all, what are the 5 elements of hip hop in your opinion?
MCing, DJing, graffiti, breakdancing, beatbox.
So it is beatboxing because some people are saying it's knowledge. But for you, obviously...
I mean, the ones who say that, I mean, how old are they? You know what I mean? Beatboxing is been like, I mean, it's a component that cannot be mistaken for the whole origins of hip hop. So I look at it like, those who would say anything otherwise are people who are just starting to learn about music and still young. They like, maybe 20 and under.
What do you think it is about beatboxing that people appreciate and respect when they see it? They're like, wow. What do you think it is about that art?
I just think personally, for a human being to either mimic a song or just doing something that's created from using your vocals, from either doing it in front of friends or rocking a party, for me it's been something that was amazing people from when I was a kid, because everybody in the neighborhood was like, that's the guy who makes the sounds with his mouth. So the whole style itself has blossomed from something on the street corner to rocking shows to actually even be involved in the industry and the entertainment as commercials to selling products, from Absolute commercials, Wrigley's gum, things of that nature. So it's gone a lot further than what it was from the beginnings, like back in the early 80s.
You wanted to make sure that it wouldn't be a typical record, that you wanted to make something that was inside of you, and you wanted to reach inside and show people that you could. It's not like, Scratch from the Roots or whatever. It's not the type. What was that you had to prove that to the people in that album?
Well, the record itself, the reason why it was called Lost for Words was because it didn't have like a specific genre, and I didn't want people to actually think like they were just going to get an all hip hop record, The record was pretty much based off of, I was touring a lot, working with a lot of different artists, and basically paying homage to the ones that came from the certain areas, like Gentleman, who's from Germany, who's like actually starting to get a little bit more props and play in other locations throughout the world. And I just felt to myself, you know what, let me just do something, and it just happened to come off that way, and I was just happy to get the different artists that actually got on the record. You know, I mean, I wasn't expecting to get Kanye West on the record, or Damon Albarn from Gorillaz, or Talib Kweli, Daniel Bedingfield, and Music Soulja. Well, Music, that was different because I worked on his first 2 records. So, but you know, the numerous artists that did get on the record, I was actually shocked and surprised. But they understood what I was trying to do. The only thing that I didn't like about the whole situation about the album was done for like 2 years before it actually dropped. So I felt like a little funny way about the label for taking so long, you know, because the way I'm on a whole totally different thing now compared to what the album's put.
What are you on right now?
I mean, I'm just on something different, just like far as sonically with the sound, and I felt as though that I elevated since that time, but I just wanted to just get the record out. That's pretty much how I felt about it. So when the record came out, it was just like, all right, it's done, you know. It was more like just getting it out.
On the intro track for your album, Lost for Words, the first thing that it says is, ain't no way to keep a band together. Bands come and go. You gotta keep on playing no matter with who. To the fans that are wondering, you're not in the Roots anymore.
We still work together. I mean, I was on the last album. I mean, the whole purpose of that was, no matter what you do in life, you still move forward. It wasn't meaning like, you know, I'm not with the Roots or I'm with the Roots. It's just that no matter what you do in life, you don't wait around. You just continue to work. You continue to do your craft, no matter who you do it with. You know, it doesn't matter who you work with. So anybody out there who might have thought it was a diss or anything like that, wasn't. Because believe it or not, I actually played the album for the group months before the album came out to get their approval. Because if they didn't like the album, I wouldn't have put it out.
Really?
Straight up. That's real talk. So it was just a saying, like, you know, you just keep working. You know, it doesn't matter who you work with, doesn't matter what the situation is, you just keep doing your work. That's all.
Thank you very much for taking this time, Scratch, to come out with the Come Up Show. This is the Come Up Show that Feel Good Music lives, real, recognize real. Peace.
Si tu veux, le rap on le déballe. Lève ton cul du sofa, j'ouvre pas le sosa. Ici c'est la boussole, bonjour à ce qu'on sonne.